A princess from the cosmos has arrived. A regal figure named Shiori makes a stunning announcement. She is the princess of the Star People, and she has journeyed a great distance from space. The revelation gets wilder. Shiori explains her people's ancient custom demands she marry the person linked to her by a magical mark, a strange invisible stinger. To her own clear surprise, that person is Ichiro. He can't help but eye her with suspicion. Is she dangerous? But Shiori's next confession changes everything. She was meant to follow her parents' choice, but after devouring countless manga comics, she dreamed of a life of genuine free love. That dream fueled her escape. Now she tells a stunned Ichiro they must first try to fall in love. Ichiro's logical mind kicks in. Why force a romance if she's already defying tradition? He suggests she find a partner for herself. Shiori's expression softens. She realizes she's right. She does have a choice. Ichiro jokingly suggests he might have a girlfriend, a lie he quickly admits, but Shiori's gaze is gentle yet firm. He is already the one she has chosen. The overwhelming conversation is momentarily paused when the princess asks for a nap, and a confused Ichiro, still wrestling with her true identity, agrees. Later that day, his siblings Machi and Fumio and his friend Chihiro are setting up for a barbecue when they notice Ichiro is fast asleep. Shiori wakes and greets them politely. Soon, a worrying discovery is made. Ichiro is burning up with a severe cold. Shiori, suddenly frantic, realizes she must check on him. She finds him weak and suffering. A wave of regret washes over her face. Shiori quickly takes his hand and apologizes, revealing a devastating truth. His sudden illness is a direct side effect of them being physically apart. It's her royal power, a curse or bond placed on him by the great star to protect her as her intended husband. She never intended to inflict such pain. The moment she touches him, Ichiro feels the fever retreat a little. He sees how much she hates the unfairness of this situation, just as he does. To keep him stable, she lies down next to him, explaining that constant physical contact will ease the burden. As they rest side by side, Shiori mentions that Machi told her about his unexpected career as a shoujo manga artist. Ichiro explains his shonen dream didn't pan out, but he's genuinely happy his successful shoujo work helps care for his family. He doesn't see it as a burden. He muses that the entire idea of people being saddled with burdens or punishments is exhausting. Shiori wholeheartedly agrees, confessing she always wished to share her feelings with someone without any forced control, just like in the beautiful stories she read. Invigorated by their connection, Ichiro shows her his latest color sketches, his first in a year. He asks Shiori to pick her favorite. When she chooses, he promises to use that style and asks her to hold his hand again for extra strength. She happily obliges. Lying there, side by side, Ichiro finally admits the undeniable. No matter how unbelievable, Shiori has been telling the truth all along. Feeling dramatically better, Ichiro wakes up the next day. Soon after, Shiori asks to rent a room in his apartment building, weary of temporary stays. Ichiro agrees, suggesting they first build a relationship on friendship, a proposal Shiori happily accepts. With minimal belongings and an address from a faraway place called Yobijima, the princess of the Star People officially moves in. While unpacking, Ichiro cautiously asks about canceling the forced bond. Shiori doesn't hesitate. She has already instructed her people on the island to investigate how to break the pact. She then asks a favor: help her shop for everyday necessities. At the clothing store, Shiori bombards him with outfits, shirts, skirts, sweaters, eagerly asking for his opinion. She creates a combination that looks exactly like a school uniform. Ichiro quickly reassures her she can wear what she likes,
but she explains she's enrolled in online classes and has never had the chance to wear a uniform. Seeing her pure, genuine excitement, Ichiro urges her to buy it. Her face lights up. Next, they visit a bookstore. Shiori is instantly overwhelmed by the sheer number of books, a gold mine, she excitedly declares. She buys one to commemorate the incredible occasion. At a cafe, enjoying a pudding and a parfait, Shiori briefly closes her eyes. She explains it's her habit to try and connect with her people before a meal. Sadly, the vast distance means no reply comes, confirming Ichiro's suspicion that she communicates through some form of telepathy. Ichiro shows her a website on his phone, detailing a local legend of the Star People. It speaks of a shooting star that fell and cried lonely tears, tears that created a bond of understanding among the island children. Shiori explains the popular tale is a simplified myth. The truth is that a meteorite brought a microorganism that caused the special bond, what her grandmother called coexistence, not a disease or parasite. A year ago, when her mother took the ruling role, Shiori began learning about the outside world through her grandmother's books. Tales of revolution, foreign lands, and students standing up to bullies ignited a fire in her. She started secretly drawing manga. Her grandmother supported her decision to leave the island, unlike her mother, but sadly, her grandmother had since passed away. Ichiro feels a wave of guilt, believing he is forcing her to stay close now that she's finally found freedom. Shiori immediately clarifies. Her decision to investigate canceling the bond is not because she dislikes him. She simply refuses to build a genuine relationship on a magical accident. She wants it to be sincere. Panicking slightly, Ichiro declares that if the bond can be broken, they will find the perfect partner for her. As they leave the cafe, two suspicious men try to chat up Shiori, claiming to be interested in manga. Shiori, misinterpreting the move as an offline gathering she read about, is happy to stop. Seeing their creepy intentions, Ichiro grabs her hand to rush her away. Shiori pulls back, and a moment later, his nose starts to bleed. Distressed, Shiori tearfully apologizes, explaining that unwanted, forceful contact triggers a different kind of retribution from the star's power, causing physical sickness like his nosebleed. Ichiro insists it's just a regular nosebleed and apologizes for worrying her. Shiori's eyes are filled with tears, lamenting that the star's power doesn't understand his good intentions, and her escape has only caused him pain. Ichiro is firm. She worked incredibly hard to master her manga drawing because she loved it. She should never regret her choice to leave or her dedication because of him. Seeing his raw emotion, Shiori gently touches his cheek. Instantly, the nosebleed stops and his stuffy nose clears. Ichiro confirms he still wants to find a way to annul the engagement, but promises that as long as she lives nearby, he will learn the rules of their bond and do his best to help her. Back at the apartment, Shiori shows off her new pants, admitting she feels a little shy. Ichiro's sister Machi immediately teases them about shopping together, suggesting they're growing close. Shiori happily confirms, saying she's glad he wants to learn more about her, leaving a flustered Ichiro completely embarrassed.